So we're in, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So firstly...
Cameras didn't pick any of that up, but cool.
Cameras didn't get that.
No.
I can't. Let me.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, it's a funny time. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bit of a funny one. It is a bit of a funny one. You know what? Yeah, you wasn't here the last time, but me, Poet, and JP, we did a long podcast or whatever. Had a good conversation. At the end, we was talking about the corona thing, but with zero seriousness. A lot of laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of bants. A lot of not taking a damn thing serious.
Yeah.
I feel a tad bit different today.
Why? That was only a few days ago.
No. This was like, we had that conversation like a day or two before it really like hit off. So it really wasn't anything back
There was
then.
nothing.
It was nothing.
That was a week ago.
It was all happening in China.
Yeah, it was somewhere else. It wasn't.
It was all happening in China. Nothing wasn't really happening here.
But now it's happening here.
Now I feel like I'm walking around looking at people as ops.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm walking around, I'm looking at people as ops, and there's a part of me, and also I'm finding myself trying to not cough now.
Yeah, bear.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I know my cough's just a normal cough. Just
Same.
one. It's a one cough thing.
Yeah.
It's just I need to clear my throat.
Yeah.
But I know I can't do it until man's all quay out of sight. I'm like
Yeah.
alone.
I feel like I'm like, essentially I'm cancelling my coughs.
Yeah.
When I'm out, if I cough, I feel like people are looking at me like I'm like, right, have you got the mad thing? It's a bit of a weird one, bro.
It's a weird time. It's a weird time. It is
It's
a
a
weird
bit
time.
of a weird one, bro. If we're being
Bare
honest,
people
it's a
running
bit,
around with masks on. This is a very good climate for a criminal.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
definitely.
perfect climate.
Yeah, for when you say it like what do you mean?
Someone
like,
walked in a barber shop with a clown mask on, saying, "Yeah, this is what I'm using for Corona."
That's so
Not like the clown mask where you're gonna do a big robbery. That kind of clown mask.
well, you could loot.
Yeah, like a looting mask.
Yeah, you could loot. This is the thing.
I mean,
yeah.
essentially, yeah. Most people who are like educated in this field has known that this kind of stuff happens quite often. The threat of a pandemic's always there. Have you watched that pandemic thing?
I've watched a
I
little bit
haven't
of
seen
it.
that.
Oh, have you?
I
seen
bet you watched it yesterday.
Nah. So do you know what happened? This is what happened, bro. Imagine it's the conversation starting to escalate now with
Yeah.
like what's happening here or whatnot. I'm just sitting and thinking, shit, like what am I gonna watch? I might as well start binge watching some stuff on Netflix or
Yeah.
whatever. So you know, like when you're just on Netflix flicking through or whatever, straight away in red, pandemic. I'm like, what's this?
Let's get timing of it.
The timing.
timing's crazy.
But then, like, obviously that dropped
timing's
in
mental.
January. That dropped in January before we had known about this the way that we did, and also
Yeah.
this is more about like swine flu and stuff like that, right? But it's still the sentiment is still the same about how things spread and whatnot, innit? Have you seen it?
I watched it yesterday.
The whole lot.
I watched like the first hour or whatever it is. I'm not sure how many like parts there are to it. But yeah, it's peak. But
Some
I
of
just
that.
I feel like we're still not taking this as seriously as we could. I'll tell you when it hit me. On
Football.
Monday, I was on my way to watch Prince of Egypt at the theatre. There's a press conference at 6 p.m. With like that Boris and all of these lot are doing every day. During this press conference, I'm on the train going Tottenham Court Road or whatever it is. During this press conference, he says, "Yeah, shouldn't really be going to pubs or theatres or cinemas."
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
So I arrive at this theatre now. They say, "Yeah, we're locked off
And then we locked it off.
since the announcement 5 minutes ago."
Crazy.
And that's when I looked at the woman, looked at myself, then I looked at COVID-19, and I thought, do you know what? You're doing a bit too much. Then, around 5 minutes after that, I get an email through from my football club from saying, yeah, do you know what? Obviously, FA is saying we're gonna call off
Cancellation.
all football games, even in the lower leagues.
Strong.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? You see this thing here is beginning to affect me now, innit?
All right.
All right, now
Now we're gonna start looking at what's happening.
Now I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah.
You get me? Now I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
So, I've got a real problem with this coronavirus right now because there is no live football to watch. There's no live football
It's
to play.
beef.
It's mad.
It's beef, bro. It's beef.
Meanwhile, every 4 minutes, I'm seeing Disney trying to just sell me their flipping subscriptions
This is the
thing.
thing, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking at them like, I know you like decided to do with this, you big company.
Yeah.
Trying to do something nuts.
Do you know what? It's the same thing is with me, bro. Like, this is the thing, and this is like just how life is in general a lot, yeah? Is that usually we don't ever really take things as serious as we could until it starts affecting us, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
So when I'm starting to hear about whatever's happening, in my head, I'm a sympathetic and empathetic person,
Yeah,
innit? I'm
yeah.
like thinking about all of the people that are like, you know, going through shit in France and China and whatever and losing families and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, I'm looking at my diary and my diary's lit. Do you get what I'm saying? My diary's lit. I got work. I got things going on. I got bookings.
Not anymore.
I got bookings. I got documentaries to film. I got podcasts to do, but the ones with the big bags and that.
Yeah.
Like I literally looked at my diary one Sunday and I laid in my bed and I'm like, yeah. Things,
yeah.
is looking alright.
This is a good week.
yeah.
This is a
Yeah, good week. Yeah. Started to calculate certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a J Hus. I made another 5 this week.
Yes.
It's not one of those
Strong.
weeks. Yeah.
You see, come Friday, everything dead.
Everything cancelled.
Everything's gone. Everything's gone. Do you want me to show you my diary for next month? Let me show you it now. I'll show you my diary right now.
You got your thing for the whole month.
Usually, the next month, I know kind of a lot of the stuff that's going on.
Here.
Here, have a look. And just bearing in mind, yeah, all the stuff that is there in red that's not happening either.
Yeah.
That's it. And the stuff that's in green, those are just like
Days.
like
Yeah,
holidays,
Good Friday,
like-
Easter Monday,
Yeah,
Easter
exactly.
Sunday, St.
That's
George's
it.
Day.
The only things that are in my diary is the green, which is the days.
Everything's
Gone. I don't know when Joe Callum. I don't know when the next thing's coming through. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know when the next thing's coming through. I was supposed to go to Bahrain.
So watch this.
Big booking. Cancelled.
one cough. But that's gonna even worry people watching YouTube. They'll be pressing
Yeah.
X now.
Of course. Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly. Or they're going to be worried about me being in here because, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're in here.
don't skip our
Yeah.
ads, please. I beg you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know too much about it. Or I don't know too much about it. I just know it's a big
conspiracy
It's a big
theories,
fluke. This is built for conspiracy theories.
Oh, I've had them already. I've had them already.
Oh.
You know the know-it-alls.
Yeah.
You know the ones who talk. Oh, do you know what? Some of them.
Someone tried to say China did this to themselves. Today, someone said this to me, and I was like, listen,
Fuck off.
I love a conspiracy theory, innit? But they have to make sense.
Definitely.
Please, for your argument, just at least make it make sense. China did it to
Is the
themselves.
bat thing a conspiracy or is that actually a real thing?
that's-
No, I think it actually came from, like, most of these pandemics now come via an animal.
Yeah. So to me, that's plausible.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that people are eating and all of that.
Yeah,
So
but-
I understand.
yeah, exactly,
And also,
yeah.
the way that I look at it as well, yeah, and I think I said this before on the podcast time ago, yeah. See, like chlamydia, for example. All it took is for one Don to have this.
And then everyone.
Yeah.
Especially at a time when you think, yeah, imagine chlamydia at a time where, contraception wasn't a conversation.
Yeah.
Condoms wasn't a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, that was,
Yeah.
weren't really thinking about that. All it took was for one man to have AIDS.
These things, yeah, exactly.
All it takes is for one person to have it. So it's the same with this, yeah. You say a one man ate, like, he ate a wrong bat one day. Yeah, or a rat. Just the one
Yeah.
off. Yeah, like, just because people have been eating rats and that for time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that they had the off rat burger one day. Yeah. And then now they've caught the mad thing.
And now they can give it.
Look
to
at the
humans.
population in
Yeah.
China, and then everyone that's going back and forth and that. Of course, this can happen.
I mean,
But
in reality, we'll be better prepared for this one than any of the generations kind of before would have been. Because the influenza, when that came, that licked down everyone. That licked down everyone. That licked down all 50 million people.
Yeah. What was that? That was the one.
That was
in
the flu.
that was the one that was
Spanish
1919
flu.
or something.
Yeah. So them things, like they really do lick people down. But I tell you why, realistically, we're not taking this too seriously. It seems as though everyone who is killing already was in bad health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First and
Yeah.
foremost. That's the reason. Like, And also, even if you get past that, even the other people it's killing, if there are any, because it's not widely reported on who has health issues, and then they're saying this person died, but then they're failing to say that he had like really bad heart conditions anyway, and blah 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 blah. Everyone's quite old. Let this start dropping some youngers.
Yeah.
And watch us panic.
Yeah, it'll become
Let
different.
this drop someone who's 25 and in decent health, and we'll all start doing this.
Yeah, it's true. Because you know what it is? It's like, it's not relatable yet, really.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you don't want your elders to die. You don't want your gran and that to die in that, yeah. But, like, some of them are old. Remember, they're saying that it's attacking people that are overweight and that as well.
Yeah.
As well as, like,
Any bad health.
Yeah, any type of bad health, yeah. Yeah, but when it starts, just when one of the man them just drops down. Look, do you know what? There's something that actually happened recently, yeah, and it's stuck in my head. I haven't even told anyone about this, yeah. But just the other day, I was coming home late, and I got out of the train station. As I got out of the train station, there was a woman on the floor, yeah.
What?
She was just on the floor, yeah. Now, you know, in certain train stations, you know, you got the cab bit in the train station.
Yeah.
So it looked like she just collapsed there, innit? But there was someone that was working in the train station. Remember, bearing in mind it was late, she was on the phone, like talking to the ambulance and that. But this woman's out cold. Next minute, she started coughing. She's laying on her back, she's coughing, yeah. So now it's like the coughing is waking her up, yeah. So I'm a person where, like, I can't just leave because this woman's on her own and there's a woman on the floor, and you know what? There's nothing I can do, but I'm just gonna hang around, wait till the ambulance come, whatever, and bounce or whatnot, yeah. Anyway, now this coughing is making her, like, it's becoming uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Now she's turned over to her side. She's got her back towards me, and I'm not even going around the front now because I know something's about to come out of this woman's mouth, and I'm not really good with vomiting that. So anyway, as she's like not facing me, there's the woman that's on the phone. She's like twisting up her face now, like, yeah, there's something coming out of her mouth now. Nah, I can't even look now. I want to leave at this point because I'm like, I know there's a big piece. Like, she was vomiting. It seemed like bile.
Oh, come on.
For a moment. But then, like, after that, the big bit just came.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? You know when it, like, the whole, oh my
and then,
God,
yeah.
bro. And then the ambulance and that came. And I thought, what is that? Like, what was that? Like, there was a part of me that's when I started to take it a little bit serious as well. I'm thinking, is this what is going to start happening? If I'm walking down the road and that, people are going to collapse on the floor and then start vomiting and then that's a painful, like, what happened to her? Is she all right? I mean, it could have been so many different things, but
yeah, exactly.
It now,
and that's
because
the
of
same.
this,
That's the same thing with this. So, for example, pretty much everyone I know has been twist at some point in the last month. Someone's had some kind of sniffle or cold or flu or whatever it is. Now, they haven't gone and got tested for coronavirus over these weeks or whatever. But who's to say none of this? Who's to say it's the exact same symptoms? Who's to say it's any different in terms of what's coronavirus and what's flu without being tested?
What do you think about, like, because obviously France has locked down their thing, and there's like a few other places that are doing it and or thinking about doing it.
But the majority of Europe's locked down.
Lockdown now, have they? Are they?
Yeah,
and America.
Is America locked down now?
They're not locked down yet.
No.
They're
No,
looking at it, though.
they've announced they're going to.
Yeah,
this
but you
week.
got to catch this. You got to catch
a
this.
stay where you are policy is what they said on the news. But we ain't done it. We haven't done it yet. And obviously, a lot of people are criticizing the fact that we haven't done it. Like, what do you think about that?
I all I need is reasons for certain things. So when I've listened to them talking and they're saying the reason we're not going into lockdown yet is because of there's behavioural issues, stuff like that. So they feel like if you do it, you only get locked down once. They're saying you timed that wrong, and
We're
just
fucked.
because if they locked us down now, how long can realistically do you feel like they could lock everyone in their houses for?
And this is the thing, yeah. I actually understand that
Fully.
because I see when I was watching the Boris press conference with the two other the other white don spoke better for me anyway, yeah. But like, if I'm being honest, I felt like what they were saying was that They were essentially saying, we're not going to do this yet, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you bits of information and we're going to advise you that you stay in your yacht. It's up to you what you decide to do, but here's the information and this is what we would advise you to do. Essentially stay in your house. But we're not going to tell you just yet that you have to stay in, because you're right. I think that if they tell us too early, we are one country. I just feel like we're not built to be able to do that.
Nah.
I don't think that we have the mentality to do that.
Yeah, and some people can do that. But trust me, after 2 weeks of staying in your house, you'll start coming out at the most dangerous point in time. You'll come out at the peak, and before you know, I mean, do you know what's strange?
Why are we like that? Why?
It's because we're used to having freedom.
Yeah, but so is France. These lot are in their yacht. They're having raves still. I don't know if you've seen like some of the clips.
Yeah, but
there was a DJ on the balcony.
Yeah.
Funny shit.
But like,
but I just feel like
we couldn't do that.
They haven't gone into lockdown for long. They haven't been in lockdown too long.
How long have they been locked down for? Google that. About a week, innit?
France, not even. As far as I'm aware, like a matter of days.
Google it.
So that's the thing. So really, these lockdowns, once they start locking people down, it's gonna be a 2-week lockdown. It's just madness, isn't it? Like, it's mad. Like, who'd have thought? This has been a fucked up year anyway, if I'm totally honest, from the jump. Yeah. But who'd have thought this would happen? The economy's back to basically 1930. The Wall Street's battered. Anyone who's got any stocks and shares, they're in trouble. Unless Disney might be the only ones growing right now.
Yeah, this is it. Do you know what as well, because people were saying that there was a recession coming, but we might as well just be in it now.
A recession coming? We've been in a recession, basically.
Well, we're in it now, definitely.
No, we're past it now. We're plummeted. So, but for anyone who's liquid right now, you're laughing. Anyone who's just got cash around them, you're laughing. Jump into anything and it's almost guaranteed to just double in the next couple of years.
It's a mad, unique situation in the sense that like the majority of us are just in the shits. Like no one's benefiting.
Yeah.
No one. I've been sitting and trying to think about ways of benefiting. You know, like I've been sitting just thinking of loads of different ways of being able to.
Sorry, France went down into lockdown on Tuesday.
Oh, on Tuesday.
Yesterday.
What? Yesterday?
You sure? I mean, last Tuesday.
It could mean last Tuesday.
It must have been last Tuesday.
What's
couldn't have been yesterday because they've been locked down for a minute. So they've been locked down for a week.
Must have been a week ago then, yeah.
They've been locked down for a week.
Like a lot of Europe has been locked down for a week.
They've had more deaths as well. Anyway, they had they were saying that they went from 100 and something deaths to like 300 and something in one day.
So that's the peak.
That was their peak. They was like, fuck that, we're locking it down now. And that I think. That is probably what they're waiting for here, unfortunately. What did they say on the news?
No, but they're saying they want to get it just before it peaks. They want to hit this lockdown before the peak.
But they said something mad on the news yesterday.
What?
What did he say? You'd be able to say it better than me.
Oh, shit, yeah. So basically he was like, they were talking about like the amount of people that die from like the common cold every year,
8,000.
which is about 8,000.
Yeah.
He said that with this corona thing, if we can keep the deaths to around 20,000, we're good.
That's good anyway, I think.
That was my reaction.
I think that
doesn't sound that bad.
That sounds very good to me. 20,000 deaths from a coronavirus. As in, they're talking about the common cold, yeah?
Yes.
They didn't talk about the flu, which kills 500,000.
I think the exact thing that he said was seasonal flu. 8,000 a year.
Do you know what
in the UK?
In the UK.
Okay.
I understand that statistically, that sounds good, yeah? But in my mind, what I was saying to Callum yesterday is that, like, at the moment, as of right now, there's 57 people that have died from this thing.
I think it's gone up. I think it's
it's
71
gone
now.
up. It was
It's
57
71.
yesterday morning.
Yeah.
All right, so say 71, yeah? So they're predicting that within a month or so, this thing is going to peak, yeah? Now, statistically, it doesn't sound mad. But when you actually think about how much people that is a day that will just drop down and dead, and that could be somebody next to you, that just sounds a bit mad to me.
All right, cool. Go one further. I don't like to make this sound like it's all very normal and this, but I feel like it's not as bad as a lot of these kind of pandemics that there have been.
Yeah.
20,000 deaths in the UK over, I'm guessing that'll be over a month's period or 2 months period.
Yeah, how much is that a day? We did the calculation.
So
it was like 210, 20.
Yeah, over 4 months, it was 223 deaths a day. However, obviously, it starts very slow and it's going to end quite slow. So what I was saying to Chuckie is that the day, there's going to be a day where like
there might be a day where there's none, and there might be a day where it's tripled.
Yeah. Which obviously is nuts, but there are lots of deaths daily anyway.
Of course.
150,000 deaths a day.
Yeah, so there's 1,500 people die a day in the UK, just from anything.
Yeah.
So that is there's how much people?
1,500.
And that's abroad, that could be loads of different things. So like
that could be
illness,
literally anything.
Yeah, and a lot but this will trigger a lot of those things. That's what they're worried about. I don't think anyone's dying from the flu.
Just that.
It's what the complication that the flu brings to people who
if you got
cancer, complications.
If you got like a certain type of cancer, your immune system's low, you're on chemo and stuff like that, it can affect you.
Yeah. You got pneumonia, you end up with...
Yeah.
Like, again, statistically, when you look back at it as well, it's minor compared to what had happened in 1919, for example.
Yeah, and that's not even that's one of the bigger ones. That was a mad.
But
there's other ones. Like
still, I'm still looking at it like it's a life.
The plague slapped 200 million people.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, what was it? There was a thing that happened. The Rwanda thing where they went out and was killing tribes and that. Of course, there's like all these different deaths in it. So we can't take away from the fact that people die from many different
obviously
things.
20,000 people dying is 20,000 people dying, but I think it is quite different when it's 20,000 people out of an 8 billion people planet rather than 50 million people from a 1 billion or 2 billion planet. Like the percentages are a lot lower than in many other pandemics. The
20,000 wasn't worldwide, you know. That was just UK.
Yeah, they're saying.
So if it was worldwide, that is like a drop in the ocean. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But UK is still a tiny percentage in the population because however many millions that is we have here. Yeah. But that is still a lot of life.
Yeah, exactly. It's
a lot of life.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to worry about.
Yeah, 66 million is our population.
The thing is, we can't do anything about this.
No.
And because
we
can, but we live in London, yeah? So my thing is that while some people are taking more precaution than others, it doesn't necessarily make a difference unless you are actually isolating. So, for example, when people are saying stuff like, oh, I'm not going to go Westfield because I don't want to catch it, but you're going to work.
It's the same thing.
It is essentially, in theory, what you're saying brings less risk, but in reality you could be going to work with somebody who just came from Westfield.
Yes, exactly.
It completely eradicates everything. So it's either isolate yourself properly, as in you have no contact with anyone, as in physical contact with anyone, and that is how you can keep yourself safe and others safe. But the whole I'm not going to crowded places, I'm not going to a bar, I'm not going to a restaurant, I'm not doing this, not doing that, only works if you're not going anywhere at all.
Like it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing. You can't. This is London. It's so populated. There's so many people here that you can't half do this. It's gonna spread either way unless people just isolate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Vote for me.
The toilet paper.
Stop coughing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm recovering from the flu though. Like,
what are you talking about?
He had the flu. He was filming something yesterday. Callum was doing a bit of coughing.
What do you mean?
And that.
You can't just say that nilly-willy now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I can say I don't have the symptoms
as well. I asked
thing.
him today, how are you feeling today? He said, worse.
I've been... Fucking hell, man. It's so bad.
But look at us. We don't take... But you know, some people will be absolutely horrified by this.
Mortified,
yeah.
So, and also outraged that we're sitting here.
Yeah.
But next to man.
Look, this is what I'm saying. All or nothing. And I'm not doing my all until they force me.
Yeah, until you're told.
Until they tell me you can't leave your house and there's no contact. Only then. But until then, whilst it's people's choice, I can't protect myself.
Yeah. But also, you know what it is, yeah? I'm with you on that.
But I can't.
But the reality is all my jobs are... I don't even have no jobs anyway. Yeah. So where the fuck am I going? The only places that I'm going to be going over the next month is here. I'll be coming here.
I'm going here and Poets. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And we just got to basically hope that they don't lock up this building. Podcast. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, could you imagine? And you got a key.
Of course, yeah. But I'm saying, we see like if like lawfully, I don't think this building could close because they don't own the businesses inside the buildings kind of thing. They just have to... and trust me, these lot want their rent. Yeah. So when it's all said and done,
have they froze that?
No, they'll have to freeze it if they closed it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they're obligated. So I reckon we could do as many podcasts as we want. Personally,
yeah, it's true. The ticket man's still out here.
Them.
Bailiff, I tell you what, bailiffs will not stop.
I tell you what it is though.
It'll be the perfect time for bailiffs.
They won't stop
because everyone's in their yard.
But what it is, it's an easy way to get your PCN overturned though. Just scream Corona. But you could just say the car had Corona.
That's true.
I was in the car yesterday and had Corona.
That's it.
The engine's fucked.
That's it. It's got Corona.
The toilet thing was a thing as well. You know, like everyone was rushing out and that to go and buy toilet paper.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Why? You know what is funny about that? Yeah, I'll tell you why that is funny to me is because it's actually quite ironic because see the tissue thing really highlights the sheep mentality that we have here.
Yes.
Yeah? And if we use the sheep mentality in the right way, we could actually get rid of this virus. To be fair, but let me get to this toilet thing first. This toilet paper thing, it could have actually have been anything. If they would have went on the news and said, there's a long queue outside Primark for white t-shirts right now. Coronavirus. Everyone and their dog would have been going there quickly to go and get some because they would have felt like this is what we need to wear in order to, you get what I'm saying, when I'm in my house or whatever, need some plain fresh whites or whatever. Before you know it, it's gone. Could have been the same with toothpaste. It could have been do you get what I'm saying? It's like, do you know what is funny? Pasta in this country, there was on the news when Italy was going on lockdown and that, a lot of Italians were going to the shop and that and buying pasta and whatnot. Now we can't fight. For all of a sudden now, there's no pasta here.
Or rice.
Everyone's gone for toilet paper and pasta. What? So everyone's cooking pasta now? You're telling me everyone is cooking pasta now?
Well, I don't know what's going on.
Man can't find no pasta in Tesco.
I can't work out what the toilet paper is for.
Nothing.
Fam, you can wash your batty in the... If you wash...
I'm just confused. What are people anticipating? Shower, like, what's going on? Why toilet paper?
Exactly. There's no reason for it. But someone one day went, fuck it, I need to get toilet paper because I'm scared of running out. And then suddenly everyone was like, if he does that, there's going to be none left. I better get some too. Then. And then everyone's panicking for no reason.
This is what's happening.
And now people are buying it just because they can't get it.
So no,
that forced me, who doesn't panic.
Did you do it?
Yes, because there was none to fucking buy.
I've got 18 rolls at my house right now.
Because you bought? You did as well? Oh my God.
Because Chuckie, if I don't, there's going to be none for me to get when I actually need it. So I have to buy it now when I can.
We all start looking at people like they're crazy because everyone's going and doing it. And then all of a sudden we start thinking, you know what? Well, if they're all doing it, then I'm going to just have to do it.
Yeah.
But you understand why though?
I get it.
Now, you can't just go Bossman's shop. Bossman's still got everything. I don't know how.
Yeah, but his prices have gone up.
Yes. Bossman's taking a piss, but only
what? Sanitizer for what? £20?
But you know what Bossman can't put the price up on?
What's that?
Andrex that says $2.25 on it. He just can't.
Oh yeah, can't. Recommended resale
and price. And it just always has the price in it.
That. And those like packet of crisps that already have like Ribena. When Ribena says 59p on it. Can't do it. But I'll tell you what, you know what they do? I'll tell you what they do. Instead of buying those ones, they buy the packet. Yeah. You know, like little packet.
Or they put those ones at the back behind all the others. Yeah.
And then those go up. I heard a man on the phone the other day. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was switching, saying, "Right, like Bossman was trying to charge me £12 for hand sanitizer."
Bro.
It's like everyone's just trying to. It's all gone up. 20 buff. 20 buff.
I just don't like it, man. People are becoming idiots. They are. And I tell you what's also mad, yeah? The 99% of people who this flu does not affect more than a common cold, yeah? Are all behaving as though they are the 1% that it kills.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so not a perfect world, but for me, it seemed more simple, yeah? For people who are not in high risk groups and are not over a certain age to just live as you would, and for the people who are in high risk categories to self-isolate, but properly self-isolate.
Yeah.
So if you are over 70 or if you have got an illness that like where your immune system is compromised, stay away from others. But everyone else, continue as normal because you are effectively not super affected by this. That way you keep your economy, that way you keep everything, and then that they would talk about this herd immunity. You actually do manage to build it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm not an expert. For me, that just seemed quite logical.
I was going to see if I could try and get expert on here to kind of explain some things.
But but
I just wanted to just also go back just to the toilet paper thing. Yeah, like I understand why there's like a little bit of a panic for toilet paper and that. Yeah, but I do feel like it's super over excessive because it's like people are going out and buying hundreds of rolls of toilet paper like they're not fortunate enough to have a bath in their house. Of course, it's not ideal. You don't want to have to wash your batty in the bath. But you know what? Even when you go to... Have you ever been to a rich restaurant, yeah? And then... Or even like a Chinese restaurant. Even certain countries, yeah? They'll have the toilet and then they've got the booty wetter.
Yeah, of course,
Bidet.
yeah.
Huh?
Bidet.
Yeah, I call it the booty wetter, yeah? You got the booty wetter. You wet your booty and then you just wipe that off.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And also maybe a young like a baby wipe or something like that. You get a young baby
there's
wipe.
loads
It
of
doesn't
stuff.
have to be
It's
that
just,
much.
I don't know.
But what I would say on top of that as well, yeah, is that mentality is not even a bad mentality to have, providing it's structured in the right way. So because essentially that's sheep mentality. Someone's gone and done it, and now we all feel like we fucking have to do it for whatever reason. We've had to. We've put an argument in our head to make ourselves feel okay about going and spending X amount of money on toilet paper or whatever. Yeah. So really, if everyone had that mentality of okay, cool, we're all gonna just stay in our yard because everyone's doing it, then, and we all had that sheep mentality. If they're saying that it takes 2 weeks for this thing to go. If everyone just stayed in their house for 3 weeks to a month, if the information that they're giving us is right, then by then it goes.
Yeah, in reality.
But we just can't do that.
But we could.
But
I think it's that they don't really know as much. They're learning more about this every day.
Yeah, that's true. I think so.
If it actually made sense for everything to just lock off, yeah? All right, everyone get everything you need, and from this day, everyone stays in their house. Then cool. And that would work. It's just that the damage is already done.
Yeah.
It's already done. This can only go, and then you're going to have the rogues that are going to come out their house anyway because, you get me, like, I need fresh air, man, or my kids are driving me crazy. Whoa, my kids are going to drive me crazy. Don't you get it?
Yeah.
They're locking off the schools. My kids are going to drive me crazy. I dare them to close this building and the schools. I'm finished. I'm done for. Don't you get it? I'll be finished.
There's a lot of different ways of looking at this, to be honest with you, because, boy, like, mental health is going to go, like, people's anxiety, depression, all types of stuff is going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to want to smoke to ease their thoughts. Man have got crack to sell.
Yeah? No, well, the shot is a good... Well, there's a drought coming right now.
There's a drought coming. Yeah. There's a drought coming, and you know what, yeah? Trust me when I tell you this, yeah? This is not a good thing, but this is like, there's nothing worse than your phone beating with people wanting something, and you ain't got no food. And you ain't got no food. That's depressing.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah, that's why people are re-upping now. Big re-ups. Big ones, because, bro, this is a big 4 weeks coming. A big quarter.
Bare weed. Enough man are gonna, like, seriously.
Big 3 months coming, man.
People that are growing weed and are now just gonna have to just save it for themselves. Like, it's mad. But also, like, I wonder how this affects, like, even on a different thing, like how it affects the music industry. Like, how will this affect that? I know that a lot of people, in terms of like the performance side of things, everyone's shows are cancelled.
Yeah.
Festivals are being
Glastonbury's
cancelled.
officially cancelled today.
They cancelled Glastonbury today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced this while all this shit was going on. And Glastonbury was in June this year. So yeah, are they cancelling it or moving it?
Well, it's happening next year, so effectively this year's cancelled.
Yeah, this year's cancelled. Okay, boom.
mad.
like all the other festivals, Coachella's being cancelled, well, postponed. Bare of them have just been cancelled.
Yeah, for the
it's a lot of money.
This is gonna be mad. But on the upside, this may be the best time ever to release your videos, to release your EPs. Everyone's just at home.
Well, this is it.
Content.
So that's why, you know what? Maybe on the other, in terms of streaming and stuff like that, record companies in particular actually might benefit because they'll be making money off this because people will be at home playing music still and on YouTube watching stuff, listening, like watching videos and stuff like that. So there might be like some type of spike in elements of that. But other than that, like brand deals and stuff like that, like
Gone.
You know, all of those things dead.
Yeah.
Like
the world's on standstill for a little bit until they make sure that this is a small pandemic rather than one of them ones.
a massive one.
As in, I wonder what. I mean, they would have obviously run their computers and worked out what's the worst case scenario. I wonder what the worst case scenario actually is.
Millions of people dead.
You think?
Millions.
Right now, 8,000 people in the world have died from coronavirus.
Millions.
200,000 cases of it.
The worst case scenario
We're
is
just getting started.
I feel like the worst case scenario is
What's that, 5%?
uncomprehendable. I don't even think that if everyone just left it, say they just didn't, no one did anything about it. I don't think that you would be able to understand what could potentially happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough people could dead because more so as you said, bro. It's not even just about that, you know. It's just about the other underlying issues that people have and underlying issues that you may not even know that you have yourself.
Yeah.
Do you get me? All of this flu to me just seems like it's just the contributing factor to people's deaths. That's all. It's not the sole reason.
Yeah.
But if you got something, you know what, we'll just sit on top of you. And,
Yeah. That's it. And we're gonna make that difficult. Fix that one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mad.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. What can you do, innit?
Exactly. What can we are powerless, get me? Things like this help us to understand that we ain't got no power. Your Rolly can't save you today.
No, that's
like,
for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is just that simple.
What conspiracies have you heard?
I've heard the one where China did this to themselves to fuck up the market or something like this. Then I've heard that America done this to China because
I heard that one.
Because China, everyone owes China peace.
Yes, yeah. And they wanted to, something because they've come up with a vaccine and they're trying to then like shot the vaccine to the Chinese people them so that now the Chinese people them owe the Americans something. I heard that one. Population control.
Yeah, I've heard population control on bad times.
Yeah, that was the first one.
The economy, I heard. I heard this economic warfare.
Oh yeah.
I've heard people talk like that I heard someone said to me, you know, I'm an advisor for NATO. And I've heard this around, I must have met in the last week around 25 advisors for NATO. It's just so much people chatting shit. But listen,
God. I'm an advisor for NATO.
It's just
I bet he comes from Holston as well. Oh my God,
bro! There's bare people.
Tottenham, man.
Consultant, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's bare people, and you know
Tottenham,
what?
man.
Yeah, it's funny because we'll laugh. I love a conspiracy theory. Yeah, this one doesn't strike me as one, but I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. This is what I'm saying. When it's all said and done, you can think what you want. You'll never know.
Yeah,
you'll never know.
Nah, you'll never know the truth.
This is what I'm saying. So,
do you know what? Can I be honest with you? For a lot of the time, I'm actually comfortable with with knowing that I won't know the truth.
Yeah,
it doesn't drive me crazy. Yeah, and I'm not a person like sometimes. This is the thing, yeah. See, with me, this is one thing that I've had to learn that I've learned and I've put into play over the last couple of years. Yeah, is knowing when to engage in a debate and when not to engage in a debate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sometimes when you're speaking to people who know everything, they know exactly what happened and they know why this is happening and what you got to do. And then you're listening to them speak and half the time you can point out the inconsistencies from one sentence to another. Do you know what? It's like sometimes it's actually okay to just not even...
Or at least if you're going to present an argument to me, with a conspiracy theory, I need at least logic as to why. So when people are saying to me, nah, man, China did this to themselves as a setup, I said, all right, cool. but why? If you can't answer that, then just kick that away, man.
Yeah.
Like, just give me something to work with. Do you see what I'm saying?
But I'm also more you know what? Yeah, fuck trying ringing me with all of this stuff unless you're ringing me with a solution. Give me a solution. Tell me what is it that I
Tell
need
me
to
you
know.
got the vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. What do I need to
That's
know
it, yeah.
and what do I need to pass on to someone? Other than that, I just need the solution, and then so we can try and eventually crack back on.
I've heard that there's ones where they've done this so that they can put computer chips in people. I've heard all sorts, man.
For fuck's sake.
And this is the thing. I've actually heard somebody said that Avengers had something to do with this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Off.
As in the people who produced the Avengers film were trying to warn us about this.
Oh,
Thanos clicked his
fuck's
fingers.
sake.
Thanos.
See what I'm saying? Well, to be fair, there is a lot of...
Yeah.
There is a lot of things in films
When he said Thanos, I was like, shoot.
Yeah.
I started thinking of the Tesseract and then Deontay Wilder. And I was like, hold on, wait. It's all coming together.
Yeah, do you know what though? Films do predict some shit, but then to be honest with you, like, this is not something that is like you wouldn't be able to fathom.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
It's
If someone said, you know what, like, write a movie about, like, just write a mad movie about some crazy shit that happened, you could easily come up with a situation where, you know what, there's a big pandemic and that everyone's gonna die of a flu.
Well, it's happened 15 times before.
Exactly.
Like,
Or
it's
even
not
longer
hard.
than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Even more than that,
Yeah.
sorry. So it's like, it's just another one. It's actually just, it's literally just another one.
It is. It
It's
is just
literally
another one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, bruv, it's mad. But what was the last thing I was gonna say before we off this topic? I don't know, bruv. Do you know what? Hit me with the solution. Other than that, like, I'm not really too bothered about the rest of the stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 2020, bro. I feel like a lot of us in 2019 was looking at 2020 saying,
This is gonna be the year.
This is gonna be the littiest year. Oh my god, 2020. I was probably one of the only people that was saying I don't want it to be my year, but only not because I didn't want a good year. It's just that I don't like the idea of having one year be my year, because it's like, what then? What happens to the other years?
Yeah.
Then? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want one of it being my year. I just would rather have some good years. So keep me away from that one. But other than that, like, it was looking like it was gonna be a vibe.
Yeah.
Before you know it now, bear man dead, disease, bare things happening, bro.
There's tornadoes in Morocco. There's a
Earthquakes.
There's a locust plague. A locust plague? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a plague in Saudi. I think it's traveling like up through Kenya. It's going everywhere. It's gone everywhere.
Floyd Mayweather's having a mare. His uncle just died.
Oh my gosh.
And his the mother of one of his children died in the
Three of
same
them,
in 1 week. That's a madness.
And I kept looking at, you know what it is? I kept looking for the whole week. He's been posting pictures of this, of her. And I was thinking, wow, why does he keep posting her old school pictures? I didn't know until yesterday that she died.
Yeah, she committed suicide.
What?
Yeah. She committed suicide, but I don't know what happened to the uncle. And you know what is mad about that? Did you ever remember, was it last year where that brother, or the year before, where that brother killed his girl and killed himself on FaceTime to Floyd? Do you know about that? I think it was last year or the year before, because they were saying that, I don't know how true this is, but this was the thing, that this guy obviously was a good friend of his, was always around him or whatever, but then he found out that Floyd was doing something with his girl, or his ex or whatever it was. So he on FaceTime did all of that stuff, and so like Floyd has seen in a short space of time a lot of madness, and that's trauma, No matter, there's no money in the world, there's no skyscraper that you can buy, build, no Bentley, no Gucci outfit, nothing that can protect your brain from trauma, feeling a certain way when you're going through all of that.
Yeah, 100%. Rest in peace, Uncle Roger. Bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a sad one still.
It is.
Like, that's a big shock to the boxing world, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a big shock to the boxing world.
Why?
Because he's been deteriorating.
Oh, okay.
But as in, like, it's just not nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave you so many moments.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Yeah, I'm learning to, like, come to accept death for what it we'll each get it, man. Like, Ain't no one survived forever.
Yeah, of course.
So it is what it is. He made it to 60. Had like a sick, like life
And legacy.
Get me legacy. He was a world champion. Yeah, man.
When it's a life like that, I feel like, of course, you'd be sad, but there's so much to celebrate.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's
100%.
that's a life to celebrate. When someone dies when they're like 16, 17, 20, then it's like such a shock because it's like, fucking
like
hell.
even me, mothers, I think to myself, even if I died now, I've lived so many lives.
Yeah.
I've lived bare lives. So in my head, like, obviously I haven't completed it. I haven't seen my kids grow up. I haven't seen even like a third of my life, I like to think. But I feel like I've done so much that I'm kind of like, I feel like I've lived. You see what I'm saying? So.
Two things quickly. By the way, no one didn't tell me when you put mint on your balls. You know the mint shampoo. Your balls tingle.
Yeah,
fam. Bro. Yesterday I was in the apartment. Having a shower and that now, washing off my balls and that, and then I kept holding my balls because I'm thinking, why does my balls feel like that?
You two attend this podcast, mad.
Why?
It's you two.
Why? What you talking about?
Because you talk about your dick not that long ago. Now you talk about your balls.
Nah, bro, this was a mad shock to me. Someone told me that is common knowledge. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. It fully is.
Well,
why?
One day, do it. During isolation, do this. Deep heat.
What, on your balls?
Just
Fuck
do
off.
it.
What do you mean? Like,
do I have a death
What do you
wish?
mean?
Why would I do that?
What do you mean DP?
Deep heat.
Deep heat.
No, not deep heat.
Deep heat.
That as well. Isolation is gonna be a long one. We're gonna need.
Porn sites are going up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh lit. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Well, in Italy, Pornhub's free.
Yeah.
No, they're premium.
Oh really?
Free, yeah.
Oh,
did you see the no context Hearn thing about that?
No.
Oh, funny fucking.
But
shit.
yeah,
because on Pornhub sometimes you got like the dollar sign in the corner and that, innit?
Yeah.
You can't click on that one. It's like $4.99 or something. I hate that. Because the picture always looks like a vibes. Yeah. But go on, deep heat.
Deep heat is like a super duper version of the
Why would you do
mint
that?
thing.
What do you mean deep? How do you deep heat anyway? What do you
deep
mean?
heat. So as deep heat is like a muscle rub.
Oh, no, I ain't even seen that. What?
Oh, it's like a cream to like.
It's a cream like
you're supposed to use it when you have what, like a
sporting injury or something like that.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Exactly.
Well, first time I did it was by accident. So I'm playing in a match, but I've got a groin strain. So I put it there, like you're pulling it there, but someone must have just grazed my ball. I was on fire.
Is it?
And then it became like a thing where I was just like, alright, cool. I'm gonna tell someone it's a vibe. So they did it, and they almost died.
They almost died because I bet they went over the top.
No,
put bare thing on it.
It's just mad. But afterwards, it's like a girl's blowing on your balls. Like,
yeah, that's what it felt.
It's like a cool, So that's what I'm saying. It's amplified one of those.
Like.
Yeah, it just feels like someone's blowing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that yesterday, that proper shocked me. I can't lie. When that was happening, at first I thought something odd was happening to me, and then like I was trying to hold, like I was trying to just, I don't know, I was trying to make it stop, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Anyway, last thing quickly on a serious one. Yeah, you know about what happened with Solo 45?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You know he got convicted. How long did he get?
Let me have a look.
No, it's hilarious. Someone from the BBC, don't know who it was, phoned me like, I don't know, however many months ago, a couple months ago. It's just like, I'm working on the Solo 45 case. Like I know Solo 45.
Yeah.
There's like, we just wanted to see if we can, there's budget involved, but we wanted to know if we can get an interview with you. Just basically separating the music industry and the grime industry from the act of Solo 45. And I was like,
what?
So I'm like, hold on, what do you want from me? And I was just like, like we just want, somebody from the industry to talk about it and basically say, grime, this isn't what grime represents. And I was like, so hold on, wait, you want me to go on your little TV program and say, do you know what, like, we didn't expect it, man. It's a terrible representation of grime, and we don't.
What the fuck?
I said, you know what? Yeah, I said, what? I just put the phone down. And just never picked up that phone.
That's stupid. What
Weirdos.
Solo 45 done has nothing to do with music whatsoever. Like him raping women.
They just want to connect it.
Yeah, they want to connect it to something.
So they can make
that's
it
not a conversation to have.
No,
that is definitely like that's a Solo 45 act.
Yeah.
Like that is he did that.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
He's made that bed in it and he's laying in it essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's been sentenced yet. He's just been found guilty because I can't find anything on how long he's.
How long? Okay.
So I think sentencing's not been done.
Yeah, that's mad. Like that's got nothing to do with that. I just think. Do you know what it is as well? Yeah, like that case. Like because I was reading some things on it. Yeah, it's just disgusting, isn't it? Like, it's just disgusting. I thought it happened in Cyprus, but I think it happened here or whatever. Yeah, but I know that some people were saying that they feel like they're waiting for Boy Better Know to like make a statement and say something about it.
Why?
But I don't particularly. I'm not a fan of people making statements. You know that. I don't like statements. Do you know one of the reasons why I don't really like statements? Because I feel that with people, yeah, especially people that like you can't please everyone. They make a statement, people are going to critique that. Someone comes out and says, especially if it's typed, they say something, people are going to have something to say on that. I don't think that they should necessarily go out of their way. It also, in my mind, yeah, I do feel that it's almost common sense that they don't fuck with him anymore. But I could be wrong, because maybe one or two of them do. But to me, it is like common sense that they don't fuck with my man anymore, yeah? But with that being said, I do think that it should be addressed from one of them. Someone should come, like, say something. I just don't think that they should put their phone to their face and have to tell people, just letting you know that I don't agree with what he did. I just think if they have an interview or they are in a place where they are having a conversation, and they shouldn't shy away from that. Someone will ask them, do not shy away from it. I'm sure that they already know what they're going to say when they do that. But a lot of them, they don't go on the internet and speak like that anyway. It's only Jamie. Jamie's a person who uses Twitter and stuff like that. And I know that he's like said some stuff. He understands that people want to...
They are not responsible for him. It's not... They don't have to if they don't want to. Do you see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, yeah, it's somebody who they know and they were close with or whatever it was at some point in time. He's done some fuckery and he's been punished for it. You don't have to make a statement on it.
Yeah, no, I do think that someone at some point it would be good for someone to say
but
something.
I don't think it has to be a statement. As in, even if you come here and someone asks a question, just don't shy away from
your
the question.
guy did something, or someone that you know, or a crew member did something mad in it, and like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know, I don't particularly know what people want from them, but I think it would be a madness if someone asked them a question about it and they did not want to talk about it at all.
That would be concerning.
Of course.
Do you think?
Yes.
Oh no! Actually, if they didn't want to talk about it,
if you
it
don't
wouldn't
want
be
to talk
concerning necessarily. But
it depends on who too.
I can proper understand why you just wouldn't want to talk about it.
You know
the chances are you're gonna know my thoughts. Obviously, I don't agree with rape or sexual assault or whatever it is. But do I have to sit here and slander somebody who I was a friend with?
I don't think it's about slandering though, you know. I don't. This is a blurred line though, because it's like the thing is, I understand for people like them, yeah, where now every time they go and do an interview, they have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. And I think that if let's just say, hypothetically speaking, one of them came here, we had a conversation about it, it goes up, it's out there, someone's heard them speak about it, then I think that they're very much in their right to turn up to a place and say, if you're going to ask me about this, I'm not talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I've talked, if you want to know about it, my thoughts are online, it's there, you can go and see it. I don't think that they necessarily have to keep going out every fucking interview or every time that they're having to speak about something and talk about it. But again, when asked about it, it's not necessarily about slandering, you know. It's not. It's just, I guess, acknowledging that my man is, that's a mad move. And reality is that, I got a friendship with him or whatever, but he's not really a part of this anymore. And one of the reasons why some people might want that is because, like, people follow them as a movement And for some people, they might say, you know what? It's okay if you still want to fuck with my man. It's okay. But you know what? I got that information. I ain't going to fuck with you. It's cool. And we just go separate ways. I'm not really going to fuck with your music anymore. You lot can go and do your thing over there. And it's not an outrage thing. Yeah. But if that's what you stand for, then that's what you stand for. Do you get me? Yeah. But if it is a thing of, I don't really want to just go into too much detail, but what he did was mad. I wasn't there. All of this type of shit. And it's not really a part of the thing anymore, then some people might turn around and say, all right, cool, I can continue fucking with you. Do you know what I mean? Because when you pull it into everyday real life perspectives, yeah, like sometimes there are certain people that like you might not fuck with because of who they fuck with.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's just life. I might like you hang around with my man.
Yeah, but
that's your guy.
I think it's
do you know what? Yeah,
I think it's clear enough that they don't.
What's that?
They don't hang around with him.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So that's clear enough to see. But I suppose it's common sense.
It feels common sense.
I just think it's just up to them.
Yeah.
If they decide, I would never hold it against them. For you should I know if there's been people who have gone to jail for a long time for something in particular, and someone comes on an interview with me and tries to ask me about that particular person, I might just be like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I might want to talk about it someday, at some point. But I just feel like it has to be my choice. I'm not being forced into it. When I'm ready to talk, I'll talk. And if I'm never ready to talk, then I won't talk.
I agree still.
But
I agree. I'm just giving like the different scenarios of how people may look at it. But I do think that I don't think that they have to go on the internet in particular and write statements and put the phone to their face. And
I just don't think it should be a statement thing.
No, I think it should be an organic thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it should be an organic thing. If organically the time comes up where they're going to speak on it, then they will. Honestly, as well, bruv, it's like sometimes, like I do want to say this, and this might upset some people, yeah. But sometimes you hear about these cases, and like you might know a person, innit, and I'm just speaking for myself, not for anyone else, yeah. But there's certain times where I've like seen a situation that happened, not just rape, but just any type of situation, and I'm like, I can judge by their character whether they are actually telling the truth or not. Yeah. Like just how I know you as a person, I can say like, nah, do you know what? I don't even believe this one. Because there's one person in particular that was found in a situation where there was these allegations and that, and I'm like, yes, you don't know what happens behind closed doors, and you don't know everyone 100%. But when when you just know, like this did, like you got the wrong. This is the wrong guy. Like you didn't. You're putting something on someone who didn't do this. Yeah. But then there's other people that you look at, and you may not even necessarily know them too well, but just by their character, their mannerisms or whatever, you just think, you know what? This is plausible, you know. Yeah. When I hear about, like, it's not even just how I see you, it's how people around you talk about you. Yeah. Do you get me? When it's like the people around you don't even speak that good about you. So it's like, when you hear that, you're like, oh, mate, am I even majorly surprised? But I hope, you know what, irrespective of that, like me being a sympathetic guy, firstly, I hope that the girls that he did that to can find themselves in a position where they like can make peace with it somehow and it doesn't affect them too much and they can carry on living their life. Like, hopefully time heals that. More importantly, because for some people it doesn't, innit? That's a violation of someone's soul, you know? Yeah, when you 100%. Do that. It's a violation of someone's soul. But you know what? On the flip side of that, I hope that for him, this is a time for him, to sit and like look at himself and sit down and like learn from this as a person. And hopefully when he does whatever time that he does do, that he comes out and he just tries to correct the rest of his life. And in some people's eyes, it's never going to be good enough. But you know what? Like, he can only do that by his own actions, innit? This is one of the reasons why I don't necessarily always believe in like the death penalty and that. Like, I know we don't have it here, but I do sometimes believe in rehabilitation and that. Do you get me? I do believe that. Like, you can go to jail and spend a lot of time in jail and then come out and actually just be different. And yes, the crime, you can't take the crime away, because the crime that you've done could affect somebody for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's like judging their actions now after doing that. But I'll tell you one thing I do believe in still, to a degree, is probably life without the possibility of parole. You fuck around with some kids and shit as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might feel a bit different, but we all have our biases, innit? We all have our things where we're like...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
where
maybe,
that is just too far gone. And
yeah. And I could imagine for women in particular, that is their...
Yeah.
Like, some women would not be mad at a death penalty for that. Because you've essentially killed them.
Yeah.
You've killed that woman. She's never going to be the same again.
Yeah.
You do that to a child, a young girl, or even a young boy, yeah? Or even a man.
Yeah.
Even a man. They're never ever going to be the same again, bruv. It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should ever have a rape victim on like the podcast.
One that's happy and willing to talk. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Maybe like cover their face or something like that.
No, I reckon there'll be loads of people who are like don't need their face covered for this, and they would happily be on and talk about their experiences and stuff like that. Not everyone's hiding from it. Some people are like, it made me who I am, and they're very proud of like what it became in the end.
I was talking to one girl, quite recently, and she's a girl who has how can I explain
smoking.
it? No, because I don't want to be disrespectful to this girl, but from a physical aspect, she's got attributes that are quite flamboyant. So she's got very big tits, and a big ass, and she's
pretty
attractive. Yeah, she's attractive, but she's got the type of breasts and ass that some people... Like, some men could not contain themselves when they see a girl like that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You're like, like when you walk down the street.
Literally a figure eight kind of.
Yeah. You ever like big man thing? You know, like sometimes you might have seen a girl on the street and you're like, what was that? What is that? Yeah. Anyway, when I'm chatting to this girl, some of the things that she's telling me.
Cool. Give me one second, let me make this.
Alright, cool.
Carry on talking to the camera. I'm here.
Alright, cool. Some of the things that she was telling me that she experienced, is... You still here? Alright, cool. Look, we'll wrap it up just quickly. But some of the things that she was telling me that she experienced, was so mad, but so casual. Like being raped sexually assaulted at 12, and then sexually assaulted again at 14, and but the way that they're happening is on a vibe of like she's not being dragged off the street or anything like that. It's like I'm in the room with her, and like I can't not. I have to. I need a slice. It's mental. But you know what? The reason why I mentioned that is because there's so much people that have like literally casually just gone through major sexual assault, and like they've just come to terms with the fact that, you know what, I'm a woman and this is just gonna happen, or I'm a person and this is just gonna happen. Exactly.
Bro,
What, do you remember the story I told?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a conversation for another day. That's a conversation for another day. I know people get upset about that, but I'll tell that story, I'll tell that story because, you get me? Something happened to man.
It's true.
And if it was the other way around, bro, that would have been an absolute monstrosity, fam. Seriously. Like, that's jail. If it was the other way around, it's jail, bro.
It's word. I feel like a lot of us have, but there's some sexual assault we let slide.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I don't know.
We always let girls just like, I don't know, see like school ends and that or whatever, when girls just grab a man's dick and that.
A lie? What are you doing?
Fam, like, that's sexual assault.
Yeah.
Just grab man's dick like you're just entitled to the sausage.
And we'll do it like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
That's 3-4 counts.
And then, have you ever had the one where they've just actually gone in the boxer shorts, like bare hands? Like they've bare backed it. That is a nasty. Listen, some women get away with fuckery because in some senses, we just put up with that because we just feel like, I feel like we'd probably, I don't know, maybe that's toxic masculinity, innit? But we just think, you know what, we're just supposed to just handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's toxic femininity because you feel like you could just do it
Also,
and get away with it.
we're supposed to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mad.
we're not allowed to turn around and
No.
go, no, I don't want that.
Listen, man. If I know this is a shit year, yeah, but let me just throw this out here
year is
now.
a write-off
Like,
already.
we don't always have to provide the dick if
Nah.
we don't want to. We don't have to have sex every day. Sometimes we don't want to.
Or even every week.
Or even every week. Sometimes, you know what? Guess what? I don't want to.
Yeah.
How about that? It's not necessary. It's not a personal thing.
I've been exercising that rule.
Is it like like?
Yeah.
You know when you're in a long relationship and that, yeah, like that's the hardest one, isn't it? Because it always feels like they're just always up for it. And sometimes you're like, oh,
Give me
allow
rest.
me. Like, allow me, man. And like all the like, you know, all the spots are just ticklish now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Don't touch me.
oh my God.
That, you're
The neck-
tickling me.
the goddamn neck. Oh my God.
When they're trying to flip it, do that nail on the arm.
Yeah.
Do that, you're just like,
Yeah.
nah, stop.
And they got their seductive face on.
I lie.
These times you're trying to figure out how the fuck am I getting out
That's
of this
it.
one?
Start faking stomach aches. Not feeling well.
Yeah, the men start thinking, shit, oh fuck, man.
That's it.
Is this even gonna get hard?
That's it. And then you start thinking, shit, what else? Oh, shit. I got to write invoice. Like this.
Oh, bro. In terms of
It's
that's
mad.
happened, I've had a super flat tire, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I gonna get
Yeah. How can I get through this?
But we're told, like, you know what I mean? We just have to do it.
How many times have, like, the man them have to have sex and we're looking at the scene or, like, literally rolling our eyes?
Oh, enough times. Women, see, this is the thing. Women think that they just do that.
Yeah.
And that's just their thing. Oh,
That's-
like,
that's our team.
Yeah, sometimes we fake it or sometimes, fam. If only you knew. Oh my God.
Do you know what? It must be an age thing as well. Because when we were young, we were on smoke and girls weren't really keeping up with us as much as we wanted them to in terms of like horniness. We were horny. Boys are horny when they're young or whatever it is. As we get older, we're just like, yeah, we just want to chill. And now they are trying to not let us off the hook.
Nah.
And this, yeah, it's demoralizing.
We just have to. We're just supposed to just be out here just slinging the dick.
Nah.
Whenever. It's just whenever. Sometimes nah.
Nah.
Sometimes I just want to just chill today.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And you know what? When I don't want to, don't have a strop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh!
my God. Just take it, all right? You don't fucking...
Yeah, just be all right with that.
please.
Be all right with it, innit? Like
Like,
tomorrow
Yeah.
might happen.
You don't have the right.
Because then, because you know what? I dare you to do it twice in a row and they'll start talking about their confidence.
Yes.
Oh, what we
Do it
Yes.
twice in a row. Two
you
times
can't-
in a
you can't do
row.
it twice in a
Two
row.
times in a row. When if you tell them, nah, I'm not really on it, and then the next day you do the same thing,
Yeah.
their confidence done.
You can't do it.
That's it. No, you're not allowed.
can't.
You're not allowed.
No, you're not allowed to do that. Because I would be pissed.
Would
If
you?
I'm trying, if I'm trying to chop my missus and that, and then second time around she's brushing man off. I ain't really gonna love it too much.
I'm not gonna love it.
Unless
But I'm not gonna sit there and
This
say
might
my
sound like
confidence.
some people.
Yeah, I'm not going to whinge.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about my confidence. But to be honest with you, and maybe women might say this too. Second time, if I'm trying to get some or whatever, and like she's doesn't really want to do it. It would be nice if, you know what I mean, neck something. You know what I mean? Because you know what it is. Let's be honest. Sometimes we're actually all right not having sex.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Sometimes we don't want to have to do that anyway. Sometimes I actually just want to just lay back and chill.
And absolutely chill.
Yeah.
Do you know why? It's because we're doing the work. That's why.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they've actually realised that we're doing literally 90% of this work here.
Yeah.
If they was to swing this round and make it so that they do the 90,
They're
we'd
fucked.
probably be on it more.
they're
Genuinely.
10 minutes on, 5 minutes on top. Sometimes these guys are sweating buckets.
5 minutes. 5 on top. Never. No one's ever done 5 on top. I've never seen 5 on top. That's
Are you serious?
5.
Yeah.
5 whole minutes. before the hip aches.
What? Yeah. No, because they start changing the position.
And then the arms go down. And then